So, something weird's happening with the Florida Panthers. And I think it's kind of one of those microcosms of the whole fight between Canada and the United States. So, this guy, who's the vice chairman of the Florida Panthers, is being rebuked by the NHL. He's going to have to, well, he's apologized, but he's going to have to meet with Gary Bettman, the commissioner of the NHL, and he is not allowed to take part anymore. He's the vice chairman of the Florida Panthers. He's not allowed to take part in Panthers activities or NHL activities anymore. So, Doug Sifu, this guy, got into a fight on X with a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. And everybody's really hot, right, in Toronto and all over Canada, right, because of the NHL, and we want, like, the Stanley Cup to come back to Canada. So apparently the fans at the last game in Florida were like chanting USA, USA. And so yeah, it flares tempers, especially with like the team. If you actually see the Florida team, they're like, none of them are from America. There's like a handful of them that are American, and the rest are Canadian, and like from like Russia maybe, or like Sweden and places like that. Anyhow, besides the point, but this guy gets onto this Twitter X war with a Maple Leafs fan, and then he's like something about you should be part of like the 51st state, and then he calls the guy from Toronto an anti-Semitic loser. And it's just like, what the heck is wrong with you? They start to like go back and forth about the Israel and Palestine issue and stuff, and it's just like, what does this have to do with hockey, man? I mean, I realize that there's a lot of stuff going on in people's minds, and everybody's like, there's a lot of tension between Canada and America, but it's just like, it's the hockey game we're watching. And first, since when do people who are in like the office, who are like the executives of the team, talk to fans online? Like, that's totally inappropriate that you're inserting yourself into the game. You're not a player. People don't know who you are. I'm sorry, but it's true. Regular fans don't know who all the people in the office are of professional teams. They don't know who they are. And you really shouldn't be getting into a fight with a fan where you're like spewing all this crazy stuff, over a game. I mean, I know that you love your team and all that, but that was inexcusable. So yeah, like I said, they're having a meeting with Gary Bettman, but he's suspended indefinitely. As it says there, right? So this is just nuts, and especially the fact that they're talking about it in the Toronto Sun too. Any involvement with the club or the NHL. Remember, the Panthers won last time. That's why his name is on the cup, because he was with the organization when they won the Stanley Cup. So, yeah, pretty shocking. The guy who co-founded with the other owner of, like, yeah, really, really crazy. The fact that this person is dealing with this. Anyhow, he, like, gave some half-hearted apology at the bottom. He didn't actually do it. It was just a statement. My behavior does not reflect the standards of the Florida Panthers organization and the Loyola family. It's like, give me a break, buddy. Nobody actually believes what you said. They believe exactly what you said the first time. That's how you think. Now you've let everybody know.